All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the deep dive. We're diving into some super practical tips today. Uh, all about thought leadership, right?
Right.
Well, we've got a great source here that really breaks down how to make it work for you, especially if you're maybe thinking about switching things up career-wise or just you don't want to get your name and your brand out there a little bit more.
Yeah, it's always a good time to level up, right?
Exactly. Become that voice people look to.
Yeah.
So ready to unlock that thought leadership potential.
Let's do it.
Okay. So this source is all about taking action, creating awesome content, social media savvy. I mean, it even talks about public speaking and building
Whoa,
relationships.
yeah. And the thing that jumps out at me is that reputation management piece.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah.
How do you handle the haters? We'll definitely get to that. But first, I got to ask, because I know a lot of people think to be a thought leader, you need, some groundbreaking idea, like you got to reinvent the wheel or something.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I used to think that too. But honestly, it's so not true. It's more about sharing what you already know in a way that gets people hooked.
Makes total sense.
Yeah.
And this source really digs into that, like
Yeah.
how to make content that stands out.
Mm.
So they talk about webinars, right? Which I always found super interesting.
Yeah.
Why do you think those are so effective?
Okay, so picture this right. You're
Yeah.
doing a webinar. You're the expert. Let's say it's on the future of AI. Everyone's tuned in. They're hanging on your every word.
Right.
And you're not just talking at them, you're answering questions live, showing, your stuff.
Boom. Instant credibility.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like a mini conference, but everybody's comfy at home in their PJs.
Exactly. And you can reach so many more people.
Way more than like an in-person event.
Yeah.
Okay, so webinars, check. Now there's that beast we call social media.
Oh, yeah. That one's tricky.
So how do you stay on top of it all, like without losing your mind?
Honestly, pick your battles. Don't try to be everywhere at once.
Yeah, I've learned that the hard way.
Right. Figure out where your people are. Is it LinkedIn,
Mhm.
Instagram, Twitter, whatever makes sense for your audience?
Focus your energy there.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to schedule those posts in advance, like a week's worth at a time.
Oh my gosh, scheduling tools are a lifesaver.
Mhm.
Okay, but switching gears a bit. Sometimes you got to get out from behind the screen, right?
Definitely.
The source talks about industry events, conferences, workshops, things like that. I've got to admit, I still get a little nervous speaking in front of crowds. What's your secret to rocking those events?
Preparation. Preparation. Know your stuff like the back of your hand,
Makes sense.
but also think about your presentation like a story. Give people something they can walk away with and use, actionable tips. And when it comes to networking afterwards, don't just stand in the corner.
Right.
Talk to people, listen
Yeah.
to what they're saying, follow up later. It's all about building those genuine connections.
I love that. And you know what else is all about connections?
What's that?
Mentorship. This source has a great quote about that. Something like, a good mentor is like a gardener helping someone else's ideas blossom.
That's beautiful and so true.
So why do you think mentorship is so important for both sides, like the mentor and the person being mentored?
Okay, well, think about the leaders you admire, right? Chances are they had someone guiding them along the way. And now they're probably mentoring others, paying it forward.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It creates this awesome cycle. And the mentor benefits too, because teaching something solidifies your own understanding.
Oh, for sure. Okay, last but not least, reputation management.
Yes. The internet never forgets.
So true. How do you handle criticism, especially the kind that feels really personal or just plain unfair?
Honestly, I see it as an opportunity. When
Yeah.
you respond to something negative and you do it professionally, you're showing everyone your expertise.
Yeah, you don't let it rattle you.
Exactly. And it builds trust with people who are watching. It's like turning that negative into a positive.
Turning lemons into lemonade.
I love that.
Okay, so we've covered a lot. We talked content, social media, public speaking, even mentorship.
It's all connected, right?
It really is. And I think the big takeaway here is that thought leadership is not about some magic overnight success story.
Nope, it's definitely a journey.
It's showing up, consistently sharing what you know, making those connections.
And finding your own unique voice.
Absolutely. So here's my final thought for y'all out there. What's something you know that you could be sharing with the world? What's that unique perspective that you bring?
Everyone has something to offer.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Keep learning, keep growing, and you'll be amazed at what you can achieve.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Until next time, everybody, keep diving deep.
See you then.